really worried about Denise. It's a knees. Knobbly and gnarled like an old pair of skis. From childhood. Singing and rampaging in the trees. She was told off about these. She just adores trees. Does our Denise. I'm really worried about Denise. It's not just her trees. She's so ill at ease. The other day she dropped her keys. Well, she can't bend. She's got housemaid's knees. And she could have sat at neighbours D. McGee's. She's got two lovely red settees. She had to shelter, but no. She'd rather freeze. Poor Denise. God love her. Daft as a brush, that Denise. Denise. If I'm honest, she's a little bit of ease. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's lovely looking, my niece. But she does love to feast. I know, I wish it would cease. It all started when she moved back from Greece. She got into terrible trouble with the local police. Stalking a fella from a kebab house of Aden called Dionysus. I mean, she was a silly girl, getting involved with a bloke named after the god of wine, drunkenness and parties. They say she'll never find true love until she does something about her knees. I've encouraged her. Acupuncture, lovey, I said. You know, homeopathy, take up Pilates. A cock-a-mamie bird, that one. She got osteoporosis and eats shed loads of cheese. Cream crackers, that girl, Denise. Thankfully, she's got a cat as our Denise, called Fish. It's a totally gauzy Siamese, but she's big scared about fleas, our Denise. I mean, really paranoid about these fleas is our Denise. She keeps him in the deep freeze. Oh, well, he has got a cardiovascular disease. It's no breeze for a Siamese with a wheeze, you know. Poor Denise. And she's very bright, is our Denise. She speaks fluent Cantonese, if you please. It's all into the Eastern arts, science and philosophies. Only trouble is, she goes on these terrible spending sprees, bankrupts herself, spending hundreds and hundreds on little bonsai trees. She thinks it grows on trees, more brass than her brains, and she's so hard to please. Oh, God, by gum. Oh, and you know, she's like, well, she's got this flatmate. Now he's Hiroshi, a karate champion, works at Idle, Chippall, Towngate Fisheries, always practising, rolling up his sleeves, kicking and dancing through the trees, in those tight black dungarees, such a squeeze. Oh, and he's mad about Denise. I wish they'd snuggle up and watch TVs, footy or something sexy from the 60s. Friday night, sushi, chips and mushy peas. Oh dear! Feeling weak in the knees. But you can't force love by degrees. It's a dead dad. He's only the one, you know, she sees. Really. Truth is, her dad, my brother, he was a piano player. He loved to cruise across 7 seas. It's one of her strongest memories, singing shanties being dangled off his besotted knees. She wishes he'd died in bellies, being stung by a swarm of carpenter bees. But Bridlington, pissed, drowned, a shameful case of herpes. Shattered she was. Scatter those ashes under the trees. Oh, love, Denise. Too fond of the deceased. She can't see the wood for the trees. I suppose that's what you call in Bradford pecorino. Hard cheese.